Hello, I am Marcia Bernicat, the Acting Assistant Secretary for the Bureau of Oceans and International Environmental and Scientific Affairs at the U.S. Department of State. Welcome to the IUCN World Conservation Congress Forum's thematic session, Convergence, the Case for Combating Conservation Crimes. Conservation crimes, such as wildlife and timber trafficking, illegal mining, and illegal fishing, threaten both nature and national security. They are also some of the most lucrative forms of transnational criminal activity that exists today. The criminal syndicates involved in these conservation crimes reap hundreds of billions of dollars every year, robbing governments and local communities of their natural resources. These traffickers engage in whatever illegal activities offer the highest reward for the lowest risk. Their ill-gotten gains are often used to fund other illegal operations, such as trafficking in drugs, weapons, and persons. Unfortunately, corrupt governments facilitate these criminal activities, sapping economic growth, undermining democracy, and destroying nature. Too often, indigenous peoples and vulnerable communities bear the brunt of these crimes. The United States is committed to combating conservation crimes. At the Department of State, my bureau works to target approaches and policy responses where conservation crimes are known to converge. This leverages our efforts to address more than one problem with each action we undertake. For example, in Southeast Asia, we train law enforcement and the private sector to identify indicators of money laundering associated with conservation crimes. In the Amazon Basin, we use technology and innovation to stop conservation crimes by helping to connect local organizations with satellite-based early warning systems to identify deforestation and report instances of illegal activity to local authorities. We also offer opportunities for people around the world to generate technology solutions to combat wildlife and timber trafficking. In addition, we work with the private sector and interested NGOs to support responsible, sustainable, and legal supply chains. Equally important, OES has helped establish regional wildlife enforcement networks to strengthen transboundary cooperation for combating wildlife trafficking. We work both bilaterally and regionally to help governments enforce their laws and to investigate and successfully prosecute those who illegally trade in wildlife, timber, fish, and minerals. Last year, the Department of State also instituted a first-of-its-kind visa ineligibility for wildlife and timber traffickers. This gives us the power to further disrupt trafficking networks by preventing traffickers and members of their immediate family from entering the United States. It is also important to consider the nexus between conservation crimes and global health security. Approximately 75% of emerging infectious diseases, including COVID-19, are zoonotic in nature, transmitted from animals to humans. To help prevent future pandemics, we need to embrace a One Health approach that recognizes the links between the health of people, animals, and their shared environment. We also need to find ways to reduce human contact with high-risk wildlife that occurs through illegal habitat encroachment, live animal markets, and wildlife trafficking. By doing so, we can help improve health security and reduce the impact on nature at the same time. Our world is more connected now than ever. But even before technology made global communication and collaboration possible with the click of a button, we were together sharing this planet. Conservation crimes affect everyone, and we know we cannot counter them alone. When we work as a team, bringing together diverse thinkers, concerned citizens, government, NGOs, and the private sector, we can better combat conservation crimes. And we can solve these transnational problems much better together than any one nation can do alone. That is why today's event is so important. If the past 18 months have taught us anything, it is to listen to science and to act accordingly. How we use this information to develop nature-based solutions and define policy is critical to making our planet a more resilient place for future generations to live. With that, I welcome you. Please take the opportunity to hear new perspectives and engage in outside-the-box thinking. I hope you will continue the conversation after the panels conclude today to protect our planet. Thank you.